Hello, good morning students. Sem 1 English, in which we show yesterday's video or in a last video the poem The Seven Ages of a Man. That poem was written by Shakespeare, William Shakespeare, and this poem was taken by a novel, A One Man's Love. We already seen the introduction about poet, introduction about poetry. Now we are go ahead about direct to the poem, what the poem want to tell us. Actually, we already seen that in this poem the poet want to describe a 7 ages of a man by a character whose name was Jacques. Jacques described here 7 ages of a man in a different manner, in a very gloomy way or in a very sadness way. He said that the 7 ages of the man are very tough time, in which the man passes through a very tough time throughout his 7 ages. Normally we show that there are 4 kind of ages in which the person passes in Indian literature or Indian Vedas. I told you that which are the 4 that ages in which the person passes. It is called that 2 1 to 12 childhood, then 13 it is in English, according to English part, English literature, but it is called that 1 to 25. It means that is young age. 25 to 50 adult age. 50 to 75 it is called Vanaprasthashram in Sanskrit, and it is called also the resting age or a retirement age. And 75 to 100 it is called the last age of the there are actually, as you know, that there are 4 kind of varnas that are given in Indian literature: Brahman, Kshatriya, Shudra and Vaishya. Is the same way 4 part of the age is also given in our literature, in our Sanskrit literature. It is called that in 1 to 25 year is the young age. It means the person has to develop himself. He has to learning in this age. He has to married at that age. Then 25 to 15, it means he has to grow up earning for his family, or to grow up his children, to grow up their children. It is the age of that. And then 50 to 75, it means the retirement age. It is called in a Sanskrit Vanaprasthashram. Vanaprasthashram. It means 51, 52, it is called in Gujarati. One magya apne kahe na. So that is the age of resting. They go to temple and like a religious age, that the person turned into the religious way. They are going into the pilgrimage and they worship a lot. They go to temple, reading the Vedas, Purans, etc. And then the last age of the person, it means the second childhood again it is called. But here Shakespeare gave us the 7 ages of the person. Which are the 7 ages that we show step by step in today's video. The first age that the poem describe 7 ages of a man is a part of comedy. Actually, it was not a tragedy, but it was a comedy for a person who passes through 7 ages of his life. As You Like It, the whole drama, the whole novel, As You Like It, and Seven Ages of a Man is the part of it. Which kind of poetry it is? So kind of poem is comedy. Actually, As You Like It is a comedy drama, comedy novel, and the part of the Seven Ages of a Man is also comedy, but Jackass make it feel tragedy. How we know that? It is a speech of cynical philosopher Jackass, who talks to Duke Senior. Remind that a person whose name is Jackass, who was philosopher in this poem, and who talked with Duke Senior in a philosophical way, in a very philosophical method. Shakespeare compares the world with stage and every living person is described as an actor. We oftenly say that, and the Charlie Chaplin's most famous line is that we all are actors on a stage. The difference between us and the actor was that they live their role when they come down from the stage, and we are not living our role. That's why we are sad. I want to tell you something. Ever you realized that why we are getting upset, why we are sad? The only reason of getting upsetness or become sad was that to expected to someone. It was the only reason for our grief. But God sent us on the earth with some kind of role. Before marriage, your role is like a daughter or a sister. After marriage, your role is becoming wife, daughter-in-law, bhabhi, as you know that, sister-in-law, etc., etc. But when you stuck with that role now, you become upset, you become grief, you become sad. But as your role is over as a sister, come out from that. Come down from the stage, yaar. They are clapping for you already. How much you need of clap? Never you become sad, never you become grief, it is my guarantee. You are become sad, you are become upset because you need more and more affluence in your life, affluence in the life. But as you come down from the stage when your role is over, then you cannot become grief. It is good. But we always try to get more and more clapping for us, and that's why we are getting very upset. I hope you understand that what I want to mean. જ્યારે વધારે ને વધારે તાળીઓની આશા રાખીએ છીએ ત્યારે વધારે દુઃખી થઈએ છીએ. જેવો આપણો રોલ પૂરો થઈ જાય છે એવું આપણે તાળીઓ સાંભળી અને સ્ટેજની નીચે નથી ઉતરી શકતા. It was the only reason for our upsetness, it was the only reason for our grief. If we come down from the stage is our role completed, we never get upset, we never get sad. It was the very good line that was given by some philosopher. We all are actor, but we don't know that when our shot is completed. If we come to know that when our shot is completed and come out from our original way, it was the biggest thing. But every person cannot do that, and that's why they are become sad. You may clap on that also. Shakespeare compares the world with stage and every living person is described as an actor. He says, all the words is a stage. The whole world is a stage, but you have to know that when you come down, when your role is over, when your shot is over, you have to know that. And all the men and women merely players. We all are players. Sometimes we play a role of a actor, actress. Sometimes we have to play a role of heroine. Sometimes we have to play as a role of villain also. But we don't know that when we have to come down from the stage, when our shot is completed, we don't know that. And that's why we are become sad. We are become angry, we are become frustrated. If we know that there is no reason of frustrated, there is no reason becoming grief, there is no reason of anything negative point. Remind that when you become angry, when you become frustrated, remind that your role is already over. Why are you frustrated? Why are you become angry at that time? You had already listened that clapping for your shot. Now that's it. Come down from the stage. There are 7 stages, 7 acts in the drama of life. Shakespeare described each are briefly, but in a very lively manner. In a very briefly, he described every stage of the life, but in a very lively manner he explained that, described that. To illustrate each point, Shakespeare uses 7 examples of common action that man does during his life. I also told you in last video that we have to passes from 16 sanskar till our born, actually before born also, and then after death also. We have to passes according to Hindu rituals. We have to passes the 16 sanskars in our life. It's the same way Shakespeare describe here the 7 different kind of work that a man performed during his life. Which are that 7 kind of work? Let's see that. There are 7 acts in the drama life. Shakespeare described each act briefly, but in a very lively manner. To illustrate his point, Shakespeare uses 7 examples of common action that man does during his life. The first example that Shakespeare described was mewling. What was mewling? Let's see that. Mewling, it means to cry. As the small child cry, it is called mewling. The first stage was infant. I told you that, helpless infant. The first stage of human life is a mewling and pumping infant in the nurse arm. Try to remember that an incident when a child was born. The first cry, how was the first cry? His hands and his legs are not work at that time. He just cried, and that cry was the happiness. When the first time a child was crying, her mother became happy, because his crying or her crying is a symbol that the child is perfect. There is no defect in that child. It was the sign of cry, and that's why on the very first time when the child was cry, her or his mother become happy. But it was the child of helplessness, the child who come out from the womb of her mother, who feel himself as a helpless, and that was the cry of that is called mewling. In fact, the nurse arm, first time he come onto the arm of a nurse who take out from her womb, of her mother's womb. It was the first stage which was helpless. Listen the first stage very clearly, that because it was most important stage of our life. We are not even try to find ourselves the first stage of our life. Ever you think about that the first stage of your life? How was it? Ever you asked your mother or a father that how was I am when I was born? Now it is the time of phone, actually smartphone. So we can take the photos, we can take the videos of the born child. But before that time, there was no smartphone when I born. At that time, it was the very sweet memory of our parents that we born with helpless crying. So it is the symbolization of a good as well as bad also. Why? To cry was the bad and to helpless was the bad. But it was good for our parents, it was good for our future also. So the first time, the first life, the first age was helpless, in fact, mewling. The second stage of the person is winning schoolboy. The second stage, he goes to school unwillingly. After getting child, it means 5 years old, he started to go to school or a pre-primary school or a LKG or a UKG at the 3 or 4 age, 4-year-old. But he did not go with his willingness. He did not go to school. He did not go to school with his or her willingness. The first time, every child go to school with unwillingness, because 3 to 4 years he live in that house with her mother, with her father. He did not want to leave that house. Listen that. First, he did not want to leave the womb of her mother. Then, he did not want to leave her or his house. And that's why he was crying at that time. Unwillingly go to school. It was the loud cry of that time. है ना? He cries. He creeps like a snail, unwillingly to go to school. Actually, he attempted everything that he wanted to do at that time. He attempted everything. He crept, he cried, તોફાન કરવા, જેટલું કરી શકે એટલું બાળક એ સમયે કરતું હોય, સ્કૂલે ન જવા માટેના ધમ પછાડા કરતું હોય છે. So it was unwillingly atmosphere that the child did not want to leave the house, and that's why he was cried, and that's why he stuck with that. He carries the bag with study material. His face shines like a morning, but he does not like to go to school. Ever you seen a child who first time go to school? You remind your day, right? You remembered your day. Yes. Actually, the child is like a Golu Molu type. His face were shining, her hair are very silky, teeth are very little because milky teeth are there. And when he was cried for not go to school, at that time we have a pity on them, we have a kind on them. Let it not go home, let it not go to school, please leave it today. We can try to explain her mother or a father that please don't make cry of him, because the face shines like a morning, but the heart is very sad that I have to leave my house for go to school. Remind that in a first time, the child was crying to go to school, and the last cry, when he leave to school, at that time he also cried. When you left your school days, you had also cried for that. Na? You just left your schools now. You cried for that. You cried for your benches, teachers, friends, studies, everything. Right? So the second stage is sweeping of school boy. The third stage was the emotional lover. The third stage is that of a young lover who sings like furnace with woeful ballad, written for and addressed for his mistress eyebrow. After completed his school education, a person fall in love with someone, attracted with someone. It was the stage of that. At that time, a young lover who fall in love just now, who signs like a furnace. Furnace, it means bhatti. Actually, he was eager to meet his lover at that time, and that time he was burning like a furnace. Now you can got it. એમની પ્રેમી અથવા પ્રેમિકાઓને મળવા એટલા બધા આતુર હોય છે કે ભઠ્ઠી સળગતી હોય ને એ રીતે એમનું મન સળગતું હોય છે એમની સાથે વાત કરવા માટે, ટુ મીટ ધેમ, ટુ ટોક ધેમ, ટુ લીવ વિથ ધેમ. એટ ધેટ ટાઈમ when a person just fall in love, a young lover with woeful ballad. Actually, woeful ballad, it means he sings poem, he write poem for them. If they are not write or not sing poem, then a song, because it was the time of songs, love song, romantic songs are on the status, on a DP, everything was the spring at that time. Actually he want to feel everything with like a spring itself in that time. So ballads written. Why the ballad are written? Actually ballad is the form of literary poem in which it was we can say that it was the romanticism. It was written on a love or a lover. So ballad are written because of the young lover only. For an addresses to his mistress eyebrow. At that time he want to appreciate every part of the body to her lover. How was his eyes? How was his cheeks? How was his body? How was his leg? Everything was described by the poet on a lover's body. And that's why the many songs are there. Nayan ne bandh rakhine. Because that are the time. It was the time when the lover want to appreciate every part of his lover's body. He want to check it out, every part of his lover's body. So the third stage, the third age of emotional lover. Let's go ahead about the fourth stage is like a soldier. Soldier, Sainik. The fourth stage is that of a soldier. He is full of ego and takes oath. Army man. Ever you heard about an army man? You said, yes ma'am, we heard about that. Who was an army man? Who was full of enthusiasm, who was full with courage, who has full of very bravery when he joined an army. Army doesn't mean that he joined any particular national army. Army, it means army or a soldier, it means we want to do something for his country. Every person are soldiers according to my point of view, because they are doing something for his nation, for his society, for his own self. So every person is a soldier himself. What the soldier do who joined army? You said me that a soldier fight for our country. Yes, they want to save our country, and that's why they are fighting for our country. You are correct. It's the same way every person who want to do welfare for his society, welfare for his country, welfare for his nation, then he was a soldier according to my point of view. I hope you all become soldier. You have to do something for your society, you have to do something for your neighbor only, then you become soldier, but by honest, by heart. The fourth stage of life, he come over from the love only. Now his love is over. Now his love turning towards nation, turning towards society, turning towards welfare of future. He is full of ego and takes oath. At that time he can take any oath. You said that now climb on that tree, he climb on that. You said him that now do that for that, he can do that for you. So it was the time of full of ego and takes oath. He can take any challenge at that time. It was the age of the life of a person. At that time a person can take any kind of challenge. He never think about that what will happen after doing that. He just take a challenge as a accept. He had a beard like leopard. Actually at that time his beard and mosquitoes are so long. At that time he take the beard like a leopard. He increased his beard like a leopard, and with his beard he was boasting himself that my beard is long and that's why I am brave. With his mosquitoes, with his beard, he come to know everyone. He come to actually he want to tell everyone that he was brave person. He was courageous person with his beard, with his mosquitoes. He is jealous in honor and quick in a quarrel. Jealous, it means envy. And quick in quarrel, he can take fighting with anyone at that time. Actually anger in his mind was keeping at that time. His six bubble reputation, even in mouth on cannons. This means that he is already to die for so-called worldly honor and filmy reputation. The fourth stage of a person is like a soldier. At that time, which kind of work done by a person, that we show. The three stages are remain that we will see into our next video. Till then, keep learning the 4 stages of a man. Have a nice day.